Approximately 2.5 million years ago, about when our ancestors were learning to make primitive weapons out of stones, a gamma-ray burst occurred in the vicinity of the Andromeda Galaxy. The light from that event is just about to reach the Earth. More on that later. Albert Einstein's description of simultaneity includes a train traveling at a very high velocity, an observer that is at rest on an embankment, and two lightning strikes. Just as the observer on the train passes the embankment observer, the lightning strikes occur. In Einstein's book, Relativity, the Special and General Theory, he asks the question, are two events, the two strokes of lightning, A and B, which are simultaneous with reference to the railway embankment, also simultaneous relatively to the train? He then states, we shall show directly that the answer must be in the negative. When the lightning strike events occurred, light from those events began propagating in all directions. Since the train observer is moving toward the strike on the right, she will see that one first. The stationary observer is equidistant from the two strikes. He therefore will see them at the same time. The observer on the train finally sees the lightning strike that occurred on her left. Einstein summed up his discussion on simultaneity with the following statement. Events which are simultaneous with reference to the embankment are not simultaneous with respect to the train, and vice versa. The first item that comes up in the Webster definition of event is something that happens. Were the events the lightning strikes, or was seeing the light that was emitted from the lightning strikes the events? What if the stationary observer saw the first light from the gamma-ray burst at the same instant he saw the light from the lightning strikes? Would we say that the gamma-ray burst event and the lightning strike events all occurred at the same time? Without knowing the exact time that each observer saw the events, and not knowing how far they were from each of the events, Einstein allowed casual observers to assess whether the events were simultaneous or not, based solely on when they saw the light that was emitted from those events. There was no consideration given as to how long it took the light from those events to reach the observers. Under Einstein's definition of simultaneity, not only were the lightning strike events simultaneous, but the gamma-ray burst event and the lightning strike events all occurred simultaneously. That begs the question, does the special theory of relativity describe reality or optical illusions?